I wish I could tell you that, but I am lying if I tell you the first experience was good. And it had nothing to do with our lender. Our lenders was the best. They was the absolute best, but we was not listening to them. And on our first hard money loan, what we did was we got a purchase only loan. And they was trying to tell us to get a purchase and rehab loan. But no, the Denmarks didn't want to pay no interest on all the money. So we decided we want to be cheap and we only want to get a purchase loan. So we just want a purchase loan. I promise you, they asked us like 3 times.
You sure?
You sure you don't want to get a purchase and rehab loan? No, we got money for the rehab. We got credit cards. We're going to put it all in our personal.
We got this.
Anyways, we get into the deal. Deal takes longer than we expected. We thought we had a year hard money loan, but it turns out we really only had a 6-month hard money loan. Mm-hmm. And in order to get the year, you had to pay a fee. So that was totally crazy to us. We maxed out our credit cards. That house took us a year
and
a day to sell. Mm-hmm. And it was all because Mr. Denmark, which was the leader, was listening to Mr. Denmark. And one of the things that we got on our manifesto for our students is an ex-flipper listens to advice, but truly understands that who I am listening to is important. Mm-hmm. And in this situation, I was listening to myself.
And the truth is, like, some of you are in your own way. You have already ran the play, or at least what you feel like is the right play. And you're exhausted because you've mentally ran it, all right? You've talked yourself out of success. You've talked yourself out of doing it because it's all here. It's all in your head. The first step is recognizing that you need help to make a plan to go to a place that you've never been. So many people, I feel like, get this wrong. And every time I talk to someone that says this, I'm like, why do people do this? And you've mapped out this plan and you're like, yeah, all I got to do to get to the next level is this, and this. And it's like, okay, that sounds good. But who gave you that plan? Well, I gave myself that plan. You can't give yourself a plan to go a place that you've never been. That's like saying, I'm going to get in a car. I'm going to drive to Kentucky. And I've never been to Kentucky before. And I don't have a GPS. Why wouldn't I get a GPS? I'm not going to go to Kentucky. I'm probably going to go to Florida because I'm going to go in the wrong direction. And that's exactly what happens when we create plans for ourselves.
I don't know if that was the best analogy. I give you props when you do
that
good
ones. That was a great
I give you props when you do good
wait a
ones.
minute. Listen.
I don't know if that was a good one.
So we're going to teach you how you can know what type of funding you need, how much you need when it comes to funding so that you can get started in investing. All right. You don't have to recreate the wheel like we tried to do. Just follow the steps. And like I tell my son, and tweak it after you follow it. Like follow the steps first.
That's key.
Get to where you're trying to get to. Then sprinkle your sauce. All right. But don't sprinkle immediately. Sprinkle after you've gotten results and then you adjust.
My name is Antonio Denmark.
I am Ashley Denmark.
And we help working professionals get their first investment property in 93 days without using their personal capital, even if they don't have experience, even if things don't look like they're supposed to look in your life. We can help you.
Absolutely. All right. So today we're going to be talking how working professionals, people who have working 9-to-5s, can literally get funding on their first real estate deal. All right.
It is not your traditional bank.
It is not I'm not even going to name them because they're not sponsoring this episode. So it is not your traditional bank.
Actually, you got to name some.
I don't have to name them. Just know that it's not whoever you're thinking. That's what it's not. All right.
Where do I get you from?
They're not sponsoring this episode. I'm not shouting them out.
Oh my God.
All right. So one of the ways that we believe in, well, we learned the hard way, that one of the best ways to fund your real estate deal is using hard money. And I know most people don't know like hard money. It sounds like the money's hard and it's firm. It's not. All right. It's a lender that typically, well, not typically, they fund real estate deals for investors because they understand that you're an investor and they understand what you need to be successful.
And hard money is just a term that's asset-based lending.
Mm-hmm.
Like the foundation of what they're doing is based on the asset, not you as the individual. Like you matter, but you don't matter more than the asset for real.
Absolutely. So one of the reasons why we use hard money is because there's very little documentation needed. Like they don't need to see your W-2s. They don't need to see
proof of income,
profit and loss statements,
tax returns,
none of that. They want to make sure that for one, you have a deal. So finding a deal is important.
Low documentation.
I'm sorry, I can't really see it, so I'm
doing what the hell
what I do. Yeah.
Okay, we on low documentation. We're not on Western Deal. We are not on Western Deal.
Roll with me, okay?
I know that's why I stopped you.
No,
that's why I stopped you.
I'm gonna tie you in. I promise.
No, we got 8 bullets on this thing. We got 8 bullets on this damn slide for you to leave the slide. We're only talking about one.
Antonio, I'm not doing this with you. All right, low documentation. All right, they want to make sure that you have a deal. All right, because they are lending on the asset. I was getting there for that part. I was getting there. All right. You want to go with the next? Because I can read this whole thing.
There's no limit to the number of deals that you can do. And the main reason that there's no limit is because they're not looking at your DTI. They're not putting this on your personal credit report.
What's your DTI?
That's your debt to income ratio. When you buy a traditional home, they want to make sure that your personal income lines up with the house payments and all those things. With the hard money fix and flip lenders, they're not looking at that stuff. So there's no limit to the amount of deals that you can do. As long as you got the cash to support it, or somebody in your LLC has the cash, you can do as many deals as you want.
Absolutely. All right. They are absolutely not reporting to your credit. All right. So they're not reporting to your personal credit. It is in the business entity. However, let me say this. If you default, it may go to your personal credit. All right. Depending on the lender.
Yeah. It's a quick close. They can close in 10 to 14 days if you got all your stuff together. But generally speaking, it's 21 to 30 days for newbies.
Yeah. The reason why I like them, and even the 21 to 30 days is quick to close, because most traditional banks, it takes them 45 to 60 days versus a hard money. This is what they do all day, every day. So their speed is so good. And if you're an investor, that helps you when it comes to the seller, because they need to close quick. All right. They allow properties to be funded that normally can't be funded elsewhere. Meaning, if the roof is caving in, your traditional lender may be like,
floor is caving in.
Pump your brakes. Like, this is too much.
We just got one where in the kitchen, man, the floor doing like this.
The
Watusi right now. But they understand that. You're going to go in, fix it up, and get it back right.
Yeah. And then if you are refinancing, they allow little to no seasoning, meaning you don't have to have had the property for a whole year before you can refinance, get your cash back, and do it all over again. All right.
And you brought that up, so I want to talk about this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When we say hard money is like an umbrella. And under that umbrella, they have different loan products. They have fix and flip loan products. They have rental products. They have new construction products. They have multifamily products. We're mainly talking about fix and flip loans, okay? But just know that they do have all those other products that you can explore.
Absolutely. All right. And I know you're probably like, all right, so we get that.
This is the slides you was trying to go to?
No.
Okay.
All right. So along with why we use it, this is what they're looking for. They're looking for, do you have a deal? Like I stated earlier, Do you have some money in the bank? All right. Does somebody have some money in the bank that's in the LLC? Is your credit score at or above 600? Depending on the lender, that may not even matter. All right. Your credit score may not even matter.
All right. Your LLC docs, you got to have those in line. Your articles of organization, your operating agreement, your EIN letter, your certificate of good standings. You got to have those things to get funded.
Yeah. And they want to know, what are you going to do to this property that looks like it's about to fall over? All right. That's your scope of work. They want you to tell them line item by line item exactly what you're going to do. So if you're painting the exterior, they want to know about it. If you are putting a new roof on it, they want to know about it. If you are doing some type of landscaping that's going to enhance how it looks, they want to know about it. If you are closing in the chimney, like, they want to know literally everything that you're planning on doing with that project, because that's going to determine if they do the deal or not and how much it's going to be worth at the end. So they want to see your scope, and they want to make sure that you're going to make significant improvement before they land on the deal. It doesn't have to be significant improvement, but the improvement is going to match the ARV once you finish the deal.
What's the ARV? Actually, just
the after repair value. So what the property is going to be worth once it's all dolled up. All right.
Let's go.
Thank you, Sonia.
No problems.
All right. So what are they concerned with? They are concerned with the value of the property. All right. They're not concerned with how great your credit is. They don't really care. If you got late
payments,
they're not concerned with that. All right.
That's not important to them.
Do you have a deal? Is this deal worth them funding? That's what they want to know.
I mentioned this earlier. They do short-term loans, and we say short-term, we're saying 6 months to 18 months loan, interest-only type loans, but they also will do 30-year fixed-rate loans.
Now, they do normally have higher interest rates, and then they have fees. And sometimes it's more fees than your traditional loans, but it's a price to pay. All right, to play. It's a price to play. And the thing that I like about them is, unlike what we did our first time, they'll do purchase and rehab. So you have some lenders that would do 100% purchase and 100% rehab. So if you got to come to the closing table with interest and fees, that's nothing compared to coming to the closing table with the complete purchase price and the rehab amount.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of people get bad information, because they've heard or they've been told, man, you got to save $100,000 to do real estate. That's not true, y'all.
Right.
Like, there are so many ways to do real estate without your money. But even if you got money, you don't need $100,000.
You don't need $100,000.
With $100,000, we're doing 3-4 deals at the same time.
At a time, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So these are some of the options that they have when it comes to hard money lenders. Notice that whatever type of lending you need, they got it. All right. They understand real estate way more than you do. Like, they literally understand it. And they've created products because they understand it at such a high level. All right. Fix and flip loans. You got bridge loans. All right. You got your rental financing. They'll do 30 years. They'll do 15 years. Like, whatever you need, multifamily, commercial, new construction, they got a product for it.
What's up, Tamika?
Hey, Lee. All right. Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
Did you get that situation taken care of, Lee? With the credit partner? Let me know in the chat. Yes, just yes or no. I'm sorry, but I had to ask. I mean, he don't call me no other time, so.
That was a low blow, Lee. All right. So what are they looking for? What are they looking for? They are looking for your loan application. All right. I remember the first loan application that Antonio made me fill out. It was right after I got laid off. And I just knew that I was going to answer every question on here wrong. I had a whole anxiety attack. I panicked. I took the whole day to fill out a 1-pager. All right. The whole day.
Nuts.
And then Tony, I was like, what am I supposed to put? He put, if you don't have money in it, you put 0. And I'm like, well, don't they want to know I got a certain amount of money? Like, he's like, put what you have. And in my mind, I don't have a job. Like, I can't put what I have because I ain't got it no more. And literally, y'all, I was approved for it. So don't talk yourself out of things before you even try. With the what ifs, fill out the loan application, upload your photo ID, send them your LLC documents. All right.
You gonna go all of them?
No, I was gonna let you go on the next one.
Gotcha.
Send them your LLC documents.
Go. They're going to want your bank statements, either personal or business. This is important. They like to see the last 2 months of bank statements. And what they're looking for in those bank statements is they're looking for how much money did you have in the account at the end of that period. All right. At the end of that statement, how much money did you have?
Please say that again. Please say that again.
If you let me keep going, I'm gonna explain a little
Say
bit
it
more.
again. Say it again. Say it again.
I don't know how to say it again. I just
Say
don't
it.
keep
Just
going.
say it again.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh my goodness.
The example I'm gonna
This
give
guy.
you is if you deposit $10,000 into that account and you withdraw $9,000 at the end of that bank statement period, if you only got $1,000 left, that's what they're looking at.
Mhm.
All right. They don't care how much money flows through the account. They want to make sure that you have money at the end of the month. All right. That's super important when you are doing funding.
All right, let me say this quick nugget. Some banks don't process a new statement at the end of the month. Some are smack dead in the middle. So find out when your cycle ends for your bank statement, and make sure you have money at the end of that cycle. All right. We talked about scope of work. They want to make sure that you are ready to have.
Did you skip over real estate home?
Oh, I did. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. They want to make sure that you're getting insurance on the property, and they want to know if you have any other real estate that you own. If you don't have any real estate on, guess what? You don't fill out that form. It's NA. I don't have anything else.
If you have real estate, then that lowers your interest and that lowers your fees potentially. So that's why they ask for that. With the hard money lenders, with the fix and flip, the more experience you have, that's just like having a great credit score. That's what they love.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of things when it comes to what they're looking for.
Did you last one back?
I promise you, I'm saying
that was like segment, like leaving this topic right here.
I promise you, it's not a lot of things that they want to see. All right, they want to make sure that you got a business. They want to make sure you are you. They want to make sure that you're doing the work. They want to make sure you have the insurance. They want to make sure that your credit score is at a decent standpoint, whether it is 600 or higher. Some hard money lenders don't want nothing at all. All right. Not nothing at all. It could be they don't check your credit at all, is what I was trying to say. Some lenders don't check your credit at all when it comes to fix and flip loans. All right. They also want to make sure that you got a minimum of $15,000 in the bank. All right. Whether it's you, your partner, and your business account and your personal account, you got to have at least $15,000 in the bank to start the deal.
And we're not saying that your closing cost is going to be $15,000.
Correct.
We're just telling you that for most deals, by the time you add up your fees and your interest, your closing costs, all those good things on the best of loans with no down payment, you still gonna put down $8,000 to $10,000. And they want to see that you got money in the bank to start the rehab and make your interest payments. So that's why 15 is about most of the time where you need to be. And remember, it don't have to necessarily be in your account. It can be in a partner's account, or you can be creative and create a LLC with you and the person who got the money. So you got to think outside the box sometimes also.
Absolutely. All right. So what does a hard money deal look like? All right. This is an example of a hard money deal. Purchase price $74,000, rehab $35,000, estimated ARV $180,000. All right, 1,900 square feet. The purchase and rehab amount, which would be the new loan, $109,000. All right.
One thing I can tell you when it comes to hard money lenders, and a lot of people don't understand this. They do not like giving you more money for the rehab than the purchase price. Like if that was flop, if the purchase was 35 and the rehab was 74,000, you're going to have a hard time getting a loan for that property. They like for the rehab to be smaller than the purchase price.
That was a good nugget, Tanya. That was a good nugget. All right. So this particular deal right here is at 60% LTV, meaning loan to value.
The interest rate was 12%. Their monthly interest only payments was $1,090. The key to thing about that monthly payment is it's not paying down any of your loan when you make that payment. If your loan is $109,000 and you make 6 payments of $1,090, your loan payoff is still $109,000. If you had it for a year and you made 12 months of payments, your payoff is still $109,000. That's how they make their money. I'm gonna go back one to the 12%. One thing that I do want you to understand is when they say 12%, it's only 12% if you keep the money for a year. But we get caught up on that sometimes. But if I only
12% is so high.
If I only keep the money for 6 months, that's 6 months of interest.
6%
6% of interest. Like that's not a lot of money, y'all. So like you gotta change your mindset, and we like to call it reverse engineering. You gotta start looking at deals to say, how much money can I make on this deal? Not how much money does it cost me to do the deal. Start with how much money can I make, then you work your way backwards. Yes, we're always trying to get the cheapest money possible, but we're not letting fees and interest stop us from doing deals.
And I think that's big because sometimes people will say, oh my goodness, it's 12%. And then when you break down, okay, well, how much is that? How much is that a year? How much is that in 6 months? How much are you going to make? How much are you going to make if you don't do this deal? So missed opportunities sometimes because we don't fully understand it cost us more than just paying 12% or the 6% if you only had it for 6 months. So don't let that stop you. Always, like Antonio say, reverse engineer it so that you know, is it worth me doing a deal? Because it's probably more worth you doing the deal than it is you missing the opportunity.
Yeah, man. A lot of times we try to not pay $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 in interest, and we passing up on making $30,000, $40,000 because we weren't about paying $10,000 in interest. Like that's just bad mindset. That's just a poor mindset, and you got to get out of that if you really want to be successful.
Absolutely.
You got a whole bottom slide, baby, that you can just leave.
I'm not. I was adjusting.
Origination. All right. This is another way they make their money. All right. They're going to charge you points. And points is basically 1% of the loan amount. All right. So if they say, hey, we're going to charge you 3 points, that's equal to 3% of the loan amount. And you pay that up front for 90% of the lenders.
They're not waiting for you to close on the house and sell it to get the points. It has to be up front. So quick numbers. If your loan was $100,000 and 3 points is equal to 3%, 3% of 100,000 is 3,000. So that's how much origination points you would have on that particular deal.
Yeah. You're also going to have some closing, some underwriting fees, some doc prep fees. Usually it's about $2,000 to $2,500 per lender. But just expect that. You're also going to have an appraisal cost. They're going to do an appraisal to dictate how much your loan will be and how much the house will be worth after you fix it up. So you're gonna have to pay about $600 to $800 for an appraisal beforehand.
So don't ask the question, why do I have to get an appraisal? You got to get an appraisal because they don't want to lend you $109,000 and then your property doesn't appraise for what you feel like it's going to appraise for. So the appraiser is going to make sure that the lender sits in a good position before they lend out their money. All right. So here's an example of another loan. All right. Loan amount $205,000. The purchase price was $120,000. The rehab was $85,000. The origination points ended up being $6,129.50. The admin fee was $1,095. The recording and wire fees was $1,686. The prepaid interest $1,700. Estimated insurance $1,300. Like, these are all of the fees that were associated with closing this deal. So instead of bringing $100,000, well, in this case, it would have been $205,000. The person that did this deal only brought $11,000 to get $11,500 to the closing table to do this deal. All right.
Yeah, we can make that happen, y'all.
Easy.
We can make that happen. You got to be creative. You got to understand how to communicate with people. We got a private money playbook that we always teach our students, to where there's people that have those funds that's dying to use them. You just got to know how to talk to them.
That's right. All right. So this is what it looks like when we make it bigger.
Too small, bro. You got to go to the next one on that one.
Antonio.
Bro, that thing's so small.
Just give me a second. Oh, my goodness. All right. So for the first one we did, this is what it would look like as far as how much money will need to be coming out of pocket. So the first deal we said was the purchase price of $74,000. The rehab was $35,000. All right. So the total loan amount for the first one was $109,000. When you add up all the fees, the borrower only brought $8,593 to the table. All right. But they needed to show at least $18,594 in their checking account before the lender would do the deal.
And keep in mind, they didn't have to have the $8,000 and the $18,000. The $8,000 is a part of the $18,000. So as long as you got the 18, that $8,000 can come out of that.
Mm-hmm. All right. I know we talked a lot. Any questions? Any
quick thoughts? Anybody got any scenarios they want to talk about?
Mm-hmm. Drop it in the chat. Let's talk about it. We're here for a few more minutes. I want to make sure we answer your questions. What do they need to drop in the chat if they want? What were you just telling them they could get? Okay. Well, when you think about it, come back.
I wasn't saying that.
Oh, okay. All right.
You want to give something away?
I thought you did.
What can I give away? What you want to give away? You got a freebie you want to give away? We can give y'all our top 5 lenders. So if you want our top 5 hard money lenders, drop top 5 in the chat and we can send that link over to you so you can get our top 5 lenders. All lenders aren't created equal, depending on what state you in, depending on what your credit score is, depending on how much money you got. All those things matter, depending on how you structuring it. So we'll give y'all our top 5 lenders that we like to work with when it comes to hard money, whether that's fix and flip, refinance, whatever we like. That's good.
That's good.
Top 5. All
right. As you guys are dropping your questions, I want to go ahead and I see you, Darius. I see you. Darius said he need the top 5. Absolutely.
I know you got a situation, Darius. Tell us about it.
Type it in the chat. You sound like you wanted him to come
saying, I'm sorry. Type it in the chat.
I see you, LaShonda. Deborah, let's go. Get this top 5. All right. As you guys are dropping your questions, I want to make sure I formally invite you to our Simple Sexy Flipping Conference happening on October 2nd and 3rd. All right. Tickets are available if you have not gotten your seats yet. I know LaShonda got her VIP seat.
Let's go. VIP, LaShonda.
Absolutely. Make sure you get in the room. All right. Make sure you get in the building.
We have confirmed some speakers. One of our speakers is going to be Darius Bender. He's going to be talking about using business funding to do some deals and get business funding for whatever business you got. We also have Miss Ty Woods, the grant whisperer, coming. She's going to show us how to use grants and nonprofits to do real estate.
Ooh.
I can't wait for that one, y'all. I can't wait. Now that one is a special section, so you got to make sure you get the signature ticket to get that one.
To get access to that one.
We also have Miss Tamika Ware. She's confirmed that she's going to be on our panel. We also have Mr. Casey. He's going to be on the panel.
And we're doing something different this time. We're gonna have one of our kids teaching a section on when it comes to doing deals and getting real estate. So I'm excited that we're gonna add her.
And just to be honest with you, the reason that we're doing it, our daughter is 13 years old, and she's getting properties under contract, y'all. Mm-hmm. There's no reason that us grown people aren't getting properties under contract. But it's just that over the years, we get so much bad information and we learn so many bad things that we get blocked.
Mm-hmm. Like, we become afraid to hear the word no. We become afraid. I had a young lady yesterday tell me the worst thing that could happen to her is that she gets a deal. I said, well, I thought that was the best thing that could happen.
Yes, sir.
So we get in.
I'm sorry.
We get it. Your brain going at it. We get in the way of ourselves sometimes. So I think if a 13-year-old can do it, all right, surely you can do it. And I think I'm excited to see how she breaks it down, so that it's understandable. Because I honestly think she'll do a better job than us.
I think you went overboard.
You think so?
No, sir.
I think so.
What I was gonna say was we do got some early bird tickets. So if you want some early bird discounts, drop early bird in the chat, and we'll see you those discount tickets for the conference. Darius said that can he get a refi on 117,000? All right. So two things that I want to pick out when he say a refi. All right. So if he said a refi, that means he probably already owns the property.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's not a fix and flip loan, y'all. That's going to be a long-term loan, 30-year type loan. So can you get a refi on 117? The first thing I did is probably, but it's going to be tough. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by it's going to be tough is most lenders will only give you up to 75% of your ARV. And if your ARV is 117, then I'm gonna get my calculator out. That means your loan amount will be $87,750. But also, most lenders don't like to do loans that's under $100,000 for refinances. For fix and flips, there is no minimum for most lenders. Some lenders, but for refinances, most lenders don't like to do under $100,000. So what I would tell you is, I would say you are in a gray area. And I would really try to get that property to appraise for 125, 130 to make sure you meet that $100,000 minimum. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you might have to do some extra bells and whistles.
You may have to add some different light fixtures.
Yeah, you might have to do some moldings, accent wall. Like you might have to do something extra to get that,
just boost it up a little bit
value
more.
Up.
And it's not much more, just a little bit more. But definitely possible if you can get that value up. Definitely.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions? I don't think I said this out loud, but you can get your tickets by going to www.simplesexyflipping.com. All right. Simplesexyflipping.com. All right. Anything else?
That's it. We'll get out of here.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Same place, same time. Love y'all. Peace.